Hi everyone. It's June 25th, 2025. The time is 3:50 p.m. Gonna get you a collective read. Spirit, Divine, Holy Spirit. Storyline for the collective, please. What storyline would you like for the collective? Storyline for the collective, please, Spirit. In the central energy, the Chariot. Overcoming challenges, regaining control, moving forward, having a victory over something. In the challenge position, we've got the Empress, going on a journey. In the subconscious, Six of Wands, victory. So you've got the Chariot and a victory. You've got the Empress in the challenge position. Apparently she's bringing a challenge to somebody with her victory, and then another victory, like double victory. Double victory. Public recognition. In the recent past, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands here. We'll get more clarification on that. Intentions and expectations. Tower. So this Knight of Wands is expecting a tower. And we have the Six of Swords in the reversed. So their plans are delayed. They're resistant to this change. They're not moving forward. In the near future, Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming forward with a romantic proposal. The lens that's being looked through. The Hierophant. The Hierophant here. So overseeing traditional values, and so apparently this Hierophant is approving or disapproving of these unions. Oopsie, in the environment, we've got the Queen of Wands here. Finding her life purpose. Hopes and fears. The Four of Wands. Freedom, marriage, domestic happiness is the hope. And the outcome. The Nine of Cups. A wish come true? Wish come true. life of luxury, stability. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Swords. So he's got mental clarity, working with high standards here. Somebody is getting left behind. So, yeah, and there's a King of Wands here, protecting the star very strongly, it looks like, protecting those who have the light on. And bringing a completion to this cycle. It could be that a King of Cups, the love of divine masculine, is bringing a completion to this cycle. Those who were bringing a Five of Swords to you, they're in defeat. And you're getting this new beginning here. There's some negotiations and contracts. So there's that. And those who have been defeated are experiencing scarcity and some sort of binding, imprisonment, perhaps. King of Pentacles is here guarding the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got, very quickly, there is a sharing of the wealth. So it's like some of this, whatever these pentacles are, may be coming down the pike. Somebody may be coming into an inheritance. Moving forward into a rebirth, into the sun, into this new chapter. Releasing some things, letting go of the past, and entering into a truth. You know the truth, so you're letting go of the past. You know the truth of what has happened here. Your faith has been tested. Your boundaries are proven to be firm. You're capable, and justice is being served. You're off. Yes, justice is being served. The law of cause and effect. You're protected here. This Ten of Cups unions. This one or many are being protected. The justice is being served on behalf of divine love and blissful relationships. And whoever was causing illusions for you or for the collective or the many, they're having a Ten of Swords painful ending. They're losing all their money. They're in a Five of Pentacles, and they could be stuck in the illusion that they were casting out, trying to trap you in the net of. They're stuck in it. While you got an Ace of Pentacles here, new abundant opportunities, and a Nine of Pentacles, a reward for your efforts. And again, luxury. You're coming into luxury for persevering, for doing the hard work. You earned it. And you had a lot of people here trying to steal it from you. But you earned it, and you're coming into it. And you got your swords up. It's like, thou shalt not pass. Get out of my energy. Get out of my space. Somebody's stuck at a crossroads, perhaps. They've got disconnected from you, and they're not happy about that. But you are recuperating and planning for the future in this love union, reconciled. Yeah, reconciled. You might be leaving home. So there's a shift. There's a whole nother universe out there, and it's like a dimensional jump, and I don't know that everybody's going to disappear. I think it's just going to be different. You're going to wake up one day and it's going to be different. I don't know how obvious it'll be. Spirit seems to be saying that it will be apparent when this shift happens, that you will know, that you're not just going to wake up one day in the same old house and, there'll be a few less people in the world, but that everything will be different. A long time ago, I got a vision where it was like there was a purple sky or a violet sky. I thought it was springtime because the trees had not budded yet, but it could be fall, although in the vision there weren't any leaves on the ground. So take it as it resonates. Maybe we'll wake up one day and the skies will be violet in color and, you know, bright and early in the sunrise or the dawn. And we'll know that the shift has occurred or something. A great healing is coming over the land. Yeah, these ones are in a nightmare. 9 of Swords. Oh, 9 of Swords, nightmare, painful ending. 10 of Swords, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're having a hard time because they didn't get the money. They couldn't trap you. You're in your chariot here. You're making a journey, or it's about to happen. There's going to be a big shift. Look, and a 9 of Cups. A wish come true. We've got 9 of Cups in the outgoing energy, and now it's in the central energy also. With your chariot. We've got the abundance of the Empress. Some divine masculines were saying that they had the gift. Like they have the gift. They have the mother. They have the gift. So the challenge is what? We've got the Empress here. They're being abandoned by the Empress. The Empress is abandoning these people. This Knight of Wands, this Knight of Cups. And they're in a tower. So the Empress is abandoning people, and there's a victory here. 6 of Wands. We've got swift manifestation. It could be, there could be news, good news, traveling quickly. Knight of Wands here, Prince Charming, Mr. Passion Project, trying to do sex magic. In a tower. Here, and a 6 of Swords in the reversed. Unfinished business. They got a lot of emotional baggage. 5 of Wands reversed. Avoiding conflict. They lost the competition. It didn't work out. They're in a tower. They're in a big tower. They lost the conflict. They're not able to bring conflict. So we've got a Knight of Cups here. Romantic and charming in the near future. And we've got a King of Cups here. Could be that this King of Cups is watching this Knight. Let's see what's going on. We got the Hierophant here regarding traditional values, society and its rules. There's a reset for those who were bringing conflict to the Empress, the Mother, those who were fighting with the Mother, the Divine Mother, in one aspect or all of her aspects. Take it as it resonates. So the Hierophant is here dealing with the Empress and those bullies that were bullying her. We got the Queen of Wands here, very determined to live life and very confident in doing so. Bringing a completion to the cycle. This is over. 4 of Wands, freedom and marriage. So you're free to go have your wish come true. This divine love. And the Emperor. Look, the Emperor is right here. 4 of Wands and Emperor. Man, they're all up. He's not letting this Empress go. They got the gifts. The gifts of the Mother. They've got so whoever this was that was dealing passion project and just being so incredibly nasty, they lost the gift. We got a 9 of Cups here. Wish come true. contentment. And Page of Swords. There may be a new way of communicating. There may be like new ways of communicating coming up, right? We got a life of luxury, emotional stability. So there's new ways of communicating. In the past, it's been this passion project. Everybody's been walking around, you know, communicating with their genitals. It could be that things are going to be a little bit different now. We've got some mental energy. It's like people are going to be exchanging ideas, seeing if they're in alignment, seeing if their ideas about creation or projects or any kind of plans whatsoever, you know, you're coming into an alignment. Learning things about each other. Yeah, about each other. In this new cycle, there'll be new ways of communicating. It's not going to be, you know, everybody communicating with their genitals. People are actually going to get their minds involved and their hearts involved and their creative ideas, you know, their solution. Can they come up with some solutions? How well do they tackle, you know, circumstances or issues, you know, together as a team? Are they able to be a strong team that can communicate well, right? Truthfully. There's somebody's reevaluating themselves because of the truth is out regarding their beliefs and how they treated the feminine or the star. They're at a crossroads, right? There's the swords up. The star has her swords up or his swords up. They're in a deadlock. They got difficult decisions to make about the star, about the light, about the life. What are they going to do? They didn't get what they needed. This temperance energy, star energy here. The swords are up. Like, thou shalt not pass. No trespassing. Get the F out. Because this is a 10 of Cups divine love. And we're not dealing with no with no malarkey here. You do have a Prince Charming that's working real hard to get in the energy, but it looks like he's going to be let go. Maybe sacrifice or something. You're leaving home, you're going to make travel plans, and you're going to work hard. Or maybe you're going to you're traveling, you're going to leave home, and it's because you worked hard here in the history. So, you know, the effort that you put forth is what you're going to get a return on. You dealt with a 4 of Pentacles and a 10 of Wands, and this is a completion. You're going to be stable and release that burden here, Mr. Passion Project. It could be that you're going to go on an adventure with a team of people that you've been working with. You got this victory here again for a homecoming because you persevered through challenges. You did the work and you came out. You got your excitement and freedom to be present or whatever. You got all, look at this. You got Queen of Cups, High Priestess, and Queen of Pentacles. Like divine feminine is here clustered together. The Empress is on the board twice. The Emperor is out here once. You got King of Swords. I'm curious about this right here. Let me get this other tarot deck out here. I want to see what shows up again. So you got your Chariot here, victory, and a wish come true with the 9 of Cups. You are departing. There's a departure. The world. A completion. It's almost too good to be true, isn't it? Still ready to fight. Got your Chariot here going on a journey. You got a wish come true. King of Cups. 9 of Cups, King of Cups, compassionate, caring, and friendly. The Empress is here. Escaping, withdrawing. Walking away from this malarkey. Separating somebody from this Empress here. We've got planning for the future with the Two of Wands. Travel plans. Somebody's getting left behind by this Empress. There's plans being made. The Chariot's out here with the King of Cups and a Six of Wands victory. So there's there could be news travels fast. Whew, news travels fast. I mean, this is utter defeat. Somebody's getting left behind. They have been utterly defeated, like maximum defeat. The news is traveling quickly. Knight of Wands, Mr. Passion Project, Mr. doing sex magic, whatever here. Did not get the Ten of Cups. Passion, Mr. Passion did not get he's getting divorced. He can't participate in Ten of Cups unions. He's just an F-boy. Yeah. He might be trying to do magic to break up your happy home or your future. But there's no results. He's got the Six of Swords. It's not going anywhere. Whatever he's attempting here, it's not going anywhere. He is in a tower. And he's not able to bring conflict to you. He's under judgment. We've got the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups here. Heartfelt proposal. And then we've got a King of Swords in the reverse. All right, so we've got a dictator. Was there a dictator here masquerading as a King of Cups or a Knight of Cups? This is a brutal, controlling dictator. Maybe they're dealing with this dictator. We've got the Hierophant here with the Empress. And he's dealing with those who are bringing conflict to this Empress, and they are in the moon energy. They could be having some fear. Those who are very deceptive regarding this Empress, the Hierophant is right there, knows all about it. They've been defeated. Like this could be the Most High right there with her. Queen of Wands, very courageous and determined to bring about a completion to this cycle. It's over. Death. This is done, man. The World card, this is the end of that cycle. You're letting it go. And a new beginning. We've got the Four of Wands here. Freedom, marriage. We've got the Emperor here. The Sun and the Hierophant again. Celebrating a rebirth. All is well. The Most High is here twice on the board, working with this Emperor. Right here, seated right next to this Empress. Disconnecting this this riffraff from this Empress, putting them they're in an utter defeat. They have hit rock bottom. They're under judgment. You got the Knight of Cups here, a wish come true. Look, Nine of Cups out twice in the outgoing energy. Nine of Cups out twice. There's new ways of communicating, mental energy. So there's new ways of communicating telepathically, perhaps, or otherwise. There's a thirst for knowledge. You're sharing your new ideas. It's like, how do these two actually... Oh, we're already here. Look, how do these two actually communicate now? Singular pair or multiple pairs. So we're here with the truth, the Eight of Swords. You're armed with the truth. We've got the Queen of Cups here. Somebody's taking direct action on behalf of the Queen of Cups or for the Queen of Cups, or they want to come in and play hero for the Queen of Cups. Maybe somebody's protecting the Queen of Cups. There's time to heal, and for this star, yeah, it's time to rest, recuperate, and be rejuvenated with this star energy. It's time to heal from all of the work that you've done with the Three of Pentacles here, and it's time to experience your Nine of Pentacles. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups is out here twice. The Nine of, are you kidding? The Nine of Cups is out here 3 times. It's in the central energy and in the outgoing energy twice. So you've got a victory here. You're in the Chariot. You've got a wish come true with the Nine of Cups. We've got the Divine Masculine here. King of Cups, compassionate, caring, emotionally stable, friendly. He's happy. And he's made a vow. He's got a vow here. There could be a vow. Wish come true, wish, hope. What you've prayed for is happening. What you've been working so hard for is here. You've got the Hierophant here and the Emperor. The Empress is here withdrawing and planning for the future. There's a Two of Wands here. So this Empress is withdrawing. She has escaped and she's going to travel here. There's a traveling here. There's traveling here. It's time. It's time. Somebody is frightened by this. Somebody is frightened and paranoid because there's evidence of what they did and justice is being served. This Empress is out of here. It's time for her to leave. There's a Six of Wands victory here. There could be public recognition. There could be news traveling fast regarding this utter defeat for those who have betrayed the Empress. And obviously the Hierophant and the Emperor too. Fate. They were trying to stop fate. They were trying to change fate. They were messing around with fate. It could be that there's a lot of readers or psychics or oracles out there who are telling the story about this. There's an utter defeat. Mr. Knight of Wands, magician, is not he's not partaking in the Ten of Cups unions. He's trying to do sex magic to stop this here, to rob you. He wants to rob you of your Ten of Cups. It's in the reverse. He's not able to. He's trying to do some magic so that you lose your family so that he can rob you. But instead, he's getting a Six of Swords in the reverse. He's resistant to change. And whatever he's doing here, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to transition or transform anything. He can't separate you. He's not in your boat. He can't rob you of your chariot. He's in a tower. He's under judgment for bringing conflict, and that conflict has been stopped. There's a reckoning here. And he's frightened. He's under judgment. He's paranoid. Knight of Cups is out here, romantic and charming, with a proposal. We've got the King of Cups, who is emotionally balanced and empathic, loving. But we've also got a King of Swords reversed out here, a brutal dictator. What's going on with this brutal dictator? They're not ready. They're not prepared. They weren't ready for this. The Hierophant is here with the Empress, dealing with bullies who were stealing. They're in fear because they lied. They're in fear about this adventure. They're in fear because you reached the top of that peak. They were lying about doing the work. They've been defeated. They're in fear. The Hierophant's here, the Most High. Queen of Wands is here, very determined to complete this cycle with the World card. And we've got the Death card here. This is an end of a cycle, letting go, new beginnings. There's investigations going on, or evidence of everything that has happened. So everything has been detected. There's proof, and this situation is at an end. Hope is, we've got Four of Wands, freedom and marriage. We've got the Emperor here regarding the structure and the rules. A return to tradition and morality and ethical behaviors, and the Sun. So he's successful, and he's coming in with a rebirth. All is well. Restoration of happy times. For the children, all those little flowers got little children's faces on that. So the children are going to be safe. Their reign of terror is over. Somebody's confused, hesitating. They don't know what to do. They've got two angels on either shoulder. They're probably both talking smack. They have no idea what's going on. There could be some kind of a hesitation, like, oh no, death is here. They've got all the evidence they need. You've got your Nine of Cups here, wish come true. There's new ways of communication. Somebody's thirsty for knowledge. That we could be like eager to switch it up. We've got an accomplishment here with the Nine of Cups again. Lots of new ideas. Lots of new ideas. Lots of ways to do things. Like new ways of communicating, new ways of doing things. New solutions, new solution providers. We're free to create solutions and to actually bring them forth, because you don't have this violence trying to drag everything into the toilet. Commitment. Somebody who took bribes are bound to those commitments, whatever commitments that they contracted with, and there's a separation here. They're in a tower. They're being separated from, they've lost their indulgence, so they don't have any, there's no more parties. There's no more good times. It's over. They were daydreaming about your reward, this whole network. But you got friends here. You're connected to friends, and there's a sweet love here. your reward. You might be daydreaming about it. Somebody is protesting the mercy. So these mask wearers are protesting that the Most High Divine has stepped in. Most High God stepped in on your behalf and is supporting you here. They're in protest. They're in protest because this sweetheart is in union and will be having a child. They're full of love. They create beauty everywhere they go. They are the gift. This is the mother. The Empress is out here twice. And so the Emperor and the Empress is here together. They're going to be creating a beautiful, sweet, loving space. Collaborating together, living and learning, teaching. Family. New family tree. Vitality. And this magic is being stopped. This magic that's been put on people and driving them into circumstances that they would never ever choose for themselves, it's being stopped because you persevered. You persevered through mental agony, through a tremendous amount of stress, and you've received a promise of a blessing. And these other ones who were moving against you, they're overwhelmed, overloaded, they're getting rejected, and that's justice. Justice is being served. Everything that they put out upon you. And you know the sad thing, this is centuries of stuff that's going back on them right now. Multiplied. You've got alliances here who find you worth saving, and you are stable and you are okay. Oh, and you've got people who care about you and support you in this new endeavor of building a family. And it's interesting because it wasn't as bad this afternoon, but there's still this negativity, you know, this Knight of Wands here with this sex magic or whatever to try to destroy, to flip the Ten of Cups union, to rob you of it again. So those attempts, it wasn't as potent as it has been in the past, but you may have felt it, you know, this trepidation, this questioning, this hesitation. That's magic. That's magic. Interference. And that's being stopped. No more interfering in other people's vows to themselves or to anybody else. Loan. We've got loan here. A vow, financial assistance. You may be getting a loan. There may be something about a loan. There may be a payment, a wish come true, a payment. It may come in the form of a loan, or maybe there's like a return on a loan, or you may be receiving financial assistance in some way or another. The Empress is here, walking away, leaving this crap behind, planning for the future, traveling. There's a schedule here. We've got the past. I still haven't gotten over what occurred in the past. That's a challenge. It could be this King of Cups challenge that whoever this Empress is has you know, emotional trauma. But there is a victory here, 6 of Wands, and that news of that could be spreading quickly. There is an utter defeat. There is fate here. Somebody has been utterly defeated by your fate. Curious? Want to learn more? Somebody wants to learn more. How did you do it? What's going on? Somebody may be curious about how did you do it? Knight of Wands here. Looks like he's being sexy with his magic. Trying to turn your 10 of Cups into the reverse and rob you of that. That is in the recent past. Either it just happened or it will, but that's in the recent past. So he did something there. Desperate. Desperate to rob you and stop you from this union. There may have been some disturbances regarding that. This is all going to stop. They're not moving forward. They're not moving forward. They're in a tower here. They're being released. They're under judgment. There's a reckoning. They're not able to bring you any conflict, or there's a reckoning because of the conflict that they were bringing you. They're paranoid. They're being frightened right now. Something happened, and now they're frightened. This happened in the recent past, and you are uninterested in it. You're uninterested. I prefer to keep my focus on my own life right now. Not interested in your stuff. The Empress is walking away from it. This is in the challenge position, so getting through it. But you've got this Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, but you've got this King of Cups here too. There's an argument here. We've got yelling. This dictator was not ready for this, and there's yelling in the near future. There's some kind of a fight. We've got the Knight of Cups with the heartfelt proposal or something, but then or Prince Charming. I don't know if he's teaming, if he's part of this dictator, or if this King of Cups is like, they're in a big battle. Maybe this King of Swords reversed is presenting as a Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, and this King of Cups is here because the King of Cups is in the central energy, and he's got a challenge here with this Empress who still hasn't gotten over the past. So now it's like this, we got this dictator, this brutal control freak who may be showing up like a Knight of Cups, and he's not ready for this King of Cups here. There's a yelling here. There's some unhappy stuff, and I don't think this King of Cups is letting this little dude come in as some innocent person. You know, there's a brutal dictator here. It appears to me showing up as a Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance. But the King of Cups, who is here in the central energy and dealing with getting this Empress out of here, is in a fight right here. And that brutal dictator just isn't ready for it. He's not ready. The Hierophant is here right next to the Empress, dealing with these bullies who are trying to steal. They're in fear and anxiety. They were lying about their adventure. They were lying about the past. You've reached the top of that mountain. They're in fear. They were trying to, what do we got here? They don't have the gift. You reached the top of that mountain. You have graduated. You have moved out of the density of this low vibrational valley that you have been in. You've reached the top of that mountain, which means they don't have the gift. They were trying to steal from you and be sneaky, casting illusions. But the Hierophant is like right here with the Empress. The King of Cups, the love of the divine masculine, is right here with the Empress. It's like the Emperor is right here with the Hierophant. It's like they're all very much connected. And this is Queen of Wands, very determined. She's courageous and she's confident, and she's like, hey, this is over. There's death here. And there's evidence. This is an alpha omega moment. There's proof of your growth. These ones were trying to say that you hadn't grown, that you didn't do the work, that you didn't graduate properly. They've been trying to say, you know, that they've been trying to say, like, there's smoking, like occasional smoking, something like herbs or something, and they're saying that they're trying to convince the court or somebody that you don't take good care of yourself. But it's all a lie. There's evidence here that you have done the work and that you have grown. You have earned your place here. You are the Empress. And the Emperor is right here with that Four of Wands. And he's standing right there in the sun energy, or as the sun, with that Hierophant. This could be the Most High, Heavenly Father, and the Sun. Take it as it resonates. We've got hesitation here. Somebody's hesitating. Sage advice, which is somebody needs sage advice. I heard a while back, not too long ago, that this curator and his friends needed to go seek wise counsel because their savior didn't save them. We've got the Nine of Cups. You're coming into a wish come true, a life of luxury. There's new ways of communicating. You're thirsty to learn about stuff. You may be restless in your mind right now. You want to get it on. You just want to go home and experience your 9 cups of love. You just want to celebrate this accomplishment. You've learned some skills, and you could be learning some new skills with this knowledge here. You might be learning a profession, or maybe you're going to be teaching younger people what it is you've accomplished here, how it is you've grown, what information do you bring to the table that can assist others in being more than they were before, you know? What kind of gifts do you bear? Knowledge, monetary, whatever, you know? Peace, harmony is a really big gift. We've got vent. I have to get this off my chest. There is venting going on. Vent. Greed. Oh, so somebody wants to, this greedy person, they're venting. They're like out there yelling. They're yelling, they're venting, they're getting something off their chest. They're just spouting it off. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even know. They're going for it though. They're talking. They're talking a lot. They were pursuing wealth and power with no regard for ethical or moral boundaries, and the Emperor and the Hierophant are here putting an end to that. These people were lying hard on the Empress. They had no moral or ethical boundaries when it came to how they treated her, how they spoke of her, how they stole from her and hurt her, bullied her. Sneaky and abusive. Look, they've got, vent, so they're wanting to get something off their chest. It's an apology and an I'm sorry. This is bad news. There's a date here. They're obligated for some kind of a date. Maybe they got to show up to court and tell their perspective. They're in need of a big favor. They need assistance to travel there or whatever. They've been bragging about this. You are being welcomed into a safe space where people's intentions are pure and they only want to improve your life. But you've got this dishonest person here who needs a small favor regarding their health. See, they were sucking life off of you. Yeah, they need a safe space. But this is a gaslighter, somebody who was manipulating people's perceptions regarding you. And now they want to try to manipulate your perception regarding them. They were laughing about the future. They were laughing about your future. When they were being hostile to you, they thought for sure that your future was going to be trash and very, very painful. And they were laughing about it. Now they want to reconnect because you have a career in love. Your career, your whole life is all about love, loving energy, being uplifting, raising the vibration. You're honest. You're here. You tell the truth. They want to latch on again under the guise that they want to learn, but they only want to learn because they want to use that information to destroy you next time they get an opportunity. That's odd. We got a dictator brutalizer. There's a showdown between the love of divine masculine and this King of Swords reversed, who may be trying to show up as a Knight of Cups. There's some yelling going on. You're in your chariot. You got a victory. You got your wish come true. Nine of Cups. The King of Cups is here, very affectionate and compassionate. There is a vow here. A vow, and it says loan, like there's a vow for a loan, financial assistance. Somebody needs a loan. Yeah. So this King of Cups has made a vow. He's here with the wish come true. We've got a soldier here that needs a loan. They're disappointed. They're getting left behind. They need financial assistance, but this Empress is out of there, man. She's withdrawing, and she's taking everything that belongs to her with her. And this soldier is not getting paid. He's not getting the payout, he thought, because the Empress is planning for the future and traveling. It's time to travel. The schedule is here. And she's not over what occurred in the past. She's like, dude, I'm not giving you nothing. No more services. And the divine said, you will not give it back. You will never give it back. Whatever they were trying to hurt you for, this thief. So you still haven't gotten over what this thief did to you in the past. This soldier is out here trying to get a loan. Oh, I'm sorry. I need a loan. Help me, help me. And she's just like, no, leaving it behind. Nope. Got the Six of Wands victory here. Word of mouth may be traveling fast with the Eight of Wands. That this soldier and whatever team they are has been utterly defeated. Somebody may be curious about how you did it, how you commanded your fate. They may be pulling cards, trying to find out information about it. Enemy. The enemy is curious. How did you do it? The Knight of Wands, it looks like he's doing sex magic to try to manifest a reversal on this Ten of Cups union. They're desperate to rob you of that. They're desperate to get your blessing. Look, they're a pleasure seeker. This pleasure seeker is desperate. They're out here doing sex magic, trying to destroy your union. But they're in a Six of Swords reverse, so unfinished business. It's just the plans are delayed. It's not working out. They're not able to make a change. You are resistant to change. They're in a tower here. Everything. They're in chaos. They're under judgment, and they're frightened. They're paranoid. You're uninterested in what they got going on. They want to, respect differences now, but only because they're paranoid and frightened. But you probably lived your whole life that way while these magicians were doing that. I'm so grateful that the magic is going to stop. That's going to be over. Nobody's going to mind F husband and wife or children or anybody anymore. Nobody's going to be able to tap into your Holy Spirit while you're sleeping. Look, you're uninterested. You're not in despair over it. It's like they're not in despair. These people are under judgment. They're frightened, they're paranoid, and it's like, you know what? You're uninterested. That's on you, man. But we've got the Knight of Cups here. We've got a knight in shining armor, dictator, oppressor, brutalizer, who isn't ready for this King of Cups to yell at them. Money. They're fighting over the money. The money that belongs to this reunion. The Hierophant is here, right next to the Empress, dealing with bullies and thieves who are casting illusions over this sweetheart who reached the top of that mountain, made it through, climbed the ladder, made it all the way to the top. They don't get the gift. They're afraid they don't get the gift because this sweetheart made it. And she's right there with the Hierophant. The Most High is right by her side. Queen of Wands is here, very determined to bring a completion to this scenario. We've got death, end of a cycle and a beginning. There's evidence of your growth. And so there's no holding you back. There's nothing that can hold you back. There's evidence of your growth. You have done the work. You're a being of service. You help others when you can. Four of Wands. There's freedom and marriage for the Emperor. He's right here next to the Hierophant also. You've got the Empress and the Emperor and the Hierophant together here. Yesterday, the number 777 brought me into work, and then it followed me home. So that's the Trinity. I mean, this could be the Trinity. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, man. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Some folks are hesitating. They need advice. They may be coming for advice. Got the Nine of Cups out here twice. New ways of communicating. It could be your new job to, part of that switch, or maybe to share what you did in order to pull through this, to strengthen and enlighten and empower others within the community with love. Oh, yeah, we've got somebody here who's false. Somebody's here, they want to know how you did it, but they're a false person. Feigning. It's a foe feigning to be innocent. This Page of Swords, they want to know how you did it. This is a false person who's feigning innocence. This is a foe. Alrighty then, and they're all up here in your business regarding this Nine of Cups that's out here twice. There's a Page of Swords out here trying to figure out, trying to dig for knowledge on what you did in order to make it out of this, in order to gain this. This is a foe. This is a false person who's playing as though they're innocent. What do you know? What do you know? That's a younger person. This is a spy, a mole. Yeah. In the outgoing energy. Showing up as a Page of Swords. Looking for new ways to communicate, digging for information on how you got through this. Yep, there's an enemy in the camp. They may be going on a journey. They may be wanting to go on a journey with you. This is a prideful person wanting to take the journey with you. They're pretending to be a friend, and they may get a surprise. something about a priest. They may get a surprise journey. It could be that whoever this false foe, knight or page of swords, pretending to be innocent, a child, they're a prideful person, and they may be going on a journey because they've been discovered by a friend. Like they may get a friend to surprise them. There's cheerfulness here. Everybody's happy, and there's a wedding. So the priest is here for the wedding. And somebody's sick in the head, this scholar, in their house. Their whole body might be sick. Their room, their head is sick. And there's joyfulness here. And hope in the Lord and love. A restoration of love. Yep. Yep. Damn, that's too bad. So one slipped through. Page of Swords, false foe, playing innocent. This is a prideful person digging for information on how you did it, and they're going to be going on a journey. They either want to get aboard your chariot and go on the journey with you. Yeah, that's what they want to do, but they may be making a transition of another sort here. Survival. You're in your chariot. You got a victory. You got a wish come true. King of Cups is here making a vow, looking out for you. We've got a soldier here who needs a loan. They are concerned about their survival. The Empress is here, withdrawing and leaving this stuff behind, making travel plans. It's time to go away and leave this thief in the past. This soldier thief who needs a loan. Yeah, cashing. So this person was stealing your stuff. You were planting the seeds and they were coming and pulling it up. So every seed you planted, they pulled it up and then they lied about it. Said you weren't fit, weren't capable, weren't something. Took credit for it. You got a victory here, 6 of Wands, and the word is traveling fast. Through the oracle reading, it looks like there could be somebody, many people out there talking about it right now, about this utter defeat. These ones have lost. This enemy is curious how you did it. They're sending in this Page of Swords as a younger, a foe playing innocent to spy. They want to get aboard this journey. They want to take this journey with you so that there's a mole in the camp. You've got an enemy posing as a younger, innocent, masculine on the card, but take it as it resonates. Observation. They're being watched. They're watching you. This enemy is curious. Knight of Wands, doing sex magic or something to try to flip your 10 of Cups and rob you of it. They're desperate here. This pleasure seeker is desperate. Hey, look, they're a scavenger. Freaking scavenger. They're resistant to change. They're in a tower. Everything's falling apart. They are under judgment. They're paranoid. They're frightened. They want to avoid this conflict now. They're not able to bring you conflict anymore. You are uninterested in what's going on with this person. They're not able to bring you despair. Whatever magic they were trying to do to bring you into despair is on them now. Yep, they've been exposed. They've been exposed and they're under judgment. Knight of Cups, romance. So we've got a knight in shining armor here. Now, I don't know. This could be a Knight of Cups and a King of Cups who is dealing with this King of Swords reversed, dictator, oppressor. They're not ready for this. There's yelling, there's fighting about the money going on. There's fear here. This dictator is getting the smackdown by the divine masculine who actually loves. The Hierophant is here with the Empress, dealing with the bullies and the thieves. They did not get the gift. They're afraid because this sweetheart made it to the top of the mountain. They can't hold her. They can't trap her. They can't keep her. They're upset. They're afraid. Look, because she's got the abundance. It's her abundance. They didn't get the gift. She got the abundance and the adventure. It belongs to her. She's the one who did the work. She's the one who grew through the challenges. This stuff belongs to her, and it's being protected by the love of divine masculine, by the Hierophant, who's out here twice, and the Emperor. The Queen of Wands is here, using her wand. She's very determined to bring about a completion to this cycle. And we've got the Death card here. End of a cycle, beginning of a cycle. This is a being of service. They may be offering a service. They are here in service. There's evidence of their growth. And so this is they have a lot to teach. They're no longer in isolation. So, yeah, you got some real mean folks out here who were keeping this divine feminine in isolation. Well, she's no longer isolated. We've got the Four of Wands here and the Emperor, who's also here with the Hierophant. We've got the Sun. They embody the essence of the Sun. They're successful here. There's celebration. Somebody's hesitating. They want to talk. They need sage advice. What do? Everybody's gossiping about this. What do? Oh, crap. We got wrath. They're getting wrath, man. They are getting wrath. They don't know what to do. They're receiving wrath. You've got your Nine of Cups here, a wish come true. You're accomplished, coming into your life of luxury. But you've got a Page of Swords here who is a false foe, playing innocent, trying to learn what it was you did professionally to manage yourself and come into this to beat your foe. This is a prideful person who wants to take a journey with you to get aboard the chariot, or they will be making a journey in the indigenous idea of things. What's going on with this spy spirit that's here with their fate? Look, they're causing mischief. They want to take the journey and they want to bring mischief to this new chapter. This is a younger masculine, most likely, because that's who they all are. And they're playing innocent. This is a foe who is playing false. This is a prideful person playing as though they're innocent in order to bring mischief to your new chapter. They want to take that journey. They want to get on that chariot and they want to go where you are so that they can then what? Send those coordinates to the others that they are loyal to. Your sacred space. They want to bring mischief to your sacred space. You got somebody right there in the outgoing energy trying to get aboard that chariot there. Distance and night. They want to get away from the night. They want to get on your chariot. They want to bring mischief to your new cycle. They're receiving wrath. Look, dominance. Their nature is to dominate people, places, and things. And they want to bring this forward into your new chapter with curiosity about how you grew, what they perceive to be luck, right? The fact that everything rolled off of you. They're in anticipation of nobody being present, and they're concerned for their own self-interest. They want to come and feast on you and what you got going on. You got to watch out for this younger. You have a younger masculine who is a false foe, pretending to be innocent or presenting that way. This is a warning for the community about this illusion and this resistance. And it's be prepared to protect the gifts. Yeah, you got to release this person so that you can have balance and clarity, insight over negative influences who want to bring risk to the children that will be coming forth. Yep. So this heart bond is gonna, look, the anomaly, you're about ready to soar, you're about ready to take off, but you got this person here who's a mimic. Yep, it's a mimic. It's a reflection. Whoever this is, they're I don't know how they're cloaking themselves, but they got through, or they're gonna get through. They're right there. They are right there. They always send in the younger ones. You know, nobody wants to think that a child or a young person who seems so innocent and curious, right, would be having an evil heart. But this person does. They got mischief, falseness, foe, pride, enemy, curious, observation. They want to bring problems for the children that are going to be born in this new chapter in your territory. They want to get on your chariot. They want to make that journey with you. They need to survive. Unicorn. You're a unicorn. You're special. You're special. And you got a cult leader who's sending in this younger, this innocent appearing enemy. Look, enemy, foe, false, pride, mischief, thief. We got fashion witch in the reverse. So they're hiding the fact that they're a fashion witch. This thief is, they're a witch or a wizard or whatever. They're just a younger, and they're hiding the fact that that's what they are. Yep, but you've got a curious enemy here wanting to observe. They could be doing oracle cards or some kind of psychic. This person's in the area though. They're right there. They're embedded in those 9 of Cups. You got 9 of Cups in the central energy, and you got 2 9 of Cups in the outgoing energy, and you've got this. This is trouble. Whoever that is, that's trouble. Starseed. Enemy. Curious about this starseed. How did you do it? They got an enemy in the camp. Pretending to be innocent. It's younger. Whoever this page is, he's younger. Privilege. So this person wants to scavenge privilege. It's a pleasure seeker. He's out there doing magic, trying to flip your 10 of Cups and rob you of it. They're desperate. They're not able to move forward. They're in a tower. They're under judgment. They've been exposed. They're paranoid. They're frightened, and you don't care. You're not in despair over it. They're not able to bring you despair. You're an empath, and you just don't care. And it could be that they can see that very clearly. You just don't care. You're tired of it. We got a Knight of Cups here. What's going on with this Knight of Cups? A Knight of Cups. Well, we've got a Knight of Cups. We've got a King of Cups. We've got a King of Swords reversed, a dictator, control freak. We've got, they're not ready. We've got yelling about money, and we've got fear, and we've got this black square. This is somebody who does the very least for the most profit. They're afraid. They don't have a soul. They're very dark, very brutal, very dense. The Hierophant is here with the Empress, dealing with those bullies who are trying to steal the gift. They're in fear. They did not get the gift. This Empress is a sweetheart. Look, she's not feral. She's a sweetheart. She has, she's an abundant person. She's done the work. There's evidence of her growth. Queen of Wands is bringing a completion to this cycle. There's death here, end of a cycle, new beginning. They're a being of service. There's evidence of your growth. You're no longer isolated. You took care of yourself, and you're right out here. Four of Wands is here, freedom and marriage. We've got the Emperor here with the Hierophant in the Sun energy. Somebody's hesitating. They want to talk. They need advice. They're under wrath. They're under wrath because they didn't stay in their own lane. So they're receiving wrath. And they're triggered. You've got two Nine of Cups here, but you've got a Page of Swords who is, look, you got billionaire status. This is cosmic. So this is like your last lifetime story, but it's cosmic. You've got a Page of Swords here who is false, who is a foe, who is an enemy, who is curious, who is pretending to be a child or innocent. This is a mischievous, haughty, prideful person wanting to get aboard your chariot and make the journey with you and take part in this Nine of Cups energy. Why? Because they want to bring they're at a distance from your sacred space. This knight, these people that don't have any, look, their nature is to dominate. They're curious about your growth, and they want to take part in your luck here. They want this wrath to roll off of them. Their anticipation of an empty house. Nobody really cares about them, and they're all about their self-interest. There's something in the community. The community is being warned about this resistance and this illusion, and to prepare to protect the gifts. You got to release this person. Whoever this page, they're triggered. They got to be released in order to restore balance to the insight, to the messaging, to the connections to the divine. This person wants to bring negative influences to the children who have not yet been birthed. They want to cause risk for them. This is a bad person who's being, so we've got anomaly, a shining one, a heart bond, and soaring, and then mimicry. Whoever that is, they're mimicking. I don't know how they're cloaking themselves, but they're cloaking themselves, and they're making themselves appear as though whatever they did, I don't know. I mean, they're in the outgoing energy here. They want to cause mischief. They're getting wrath because they did not stay in their lane, but they're right there. There's a whole bunch of stuff right there. They're spying on what you did, your profession. How did you make it work? They want to know because this is an enemy. Look, love bombing and gaslight. This person wants to manipulate the minds of people. They want to love bomb and gaslight people. This is a younger person, but they're already tainted by the bad teachings of these perverts out here. And this cult leader is triggered and thinks that this Empress is a bitch. The Oracle has announced it. There's a jealous demon narcissist trolling the legend, who is an influencer. This is a trauma-bonded simp for a vampire, is who this page is. It's a trauma-bonded simp. They'll do the most for somebody who cares the least, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing the most. They're out there love bombing and gaslighting. They're casting illusions. They're messing with people's minds. However they got into this area, it's an illusion. This is not an innocent person. They are every bit as much of a vampire. This is what they are. This is who they work for. There's enemy and foe here. You're getting the land back. And conspiracy theory, like they don't have all the facts. You may not have all the facts. There's a red flag here. This person is dangerous. And, you know, I guess you're going to tell them to get F. They want to come and snack on you. They want to feed on the children that are born in your new chapter, wherever it is you're going. They're pretending to be a friend. They're pretending to be love. But this is not good. I hope you're listening to me. Whoever's out there gatekeeping, I hope you're listening. You got an enemy in the camp as a younger masculine. I'm going to leave this one right here. Don't get distracted, divine masculine. You're here in the near future dealing with this dictator oppressor, fighting over this money. They're in fear, this black hole, you know, soulless being over the money. But here in the outgoing energy, you've got a page. It's a page of swords. Enemy, false, foe, pretending to be oh so sweet and innocent, prideful, spying on what you did to make it through this so that they can then get you in the future. I'll see you on the next one.